Japan's Suicide Forest. Welcome back, dwellers of the Shadowlands. Tonight we dive into the infamous Forest of Death and Suicide. The suicide rate averages almost 100 per year. So come with me. Let us explore this haunted forest together. My name is John, and while visiting the beautiful Mount Fuji in Japan, I found this dense forest. The forest is known as Okigara Forest. It lies under a canopy of trees and has some of the most beautiful sights. It also has a very dark history. This place is the largest suicide area of the world, next to the Golden Gate Bridge in America. It was such a beautiful place that I decided to camp for the night. After a mile into the forest, all signs of humanity drifted away. The dwelling was quiet, with little wildlife heard or seen. I stayed on the pathway until I found a quiet place within sight of the Shirato Falls. Several trail guides had come by to check up on me, convinced I was undecided on my suicidal thoughts. I assured them I was not planning my own death. Just wanted to enjoy a quiet, peaceful night. I was then told of the ghosts, spirits, and demons that supposedly dwelled here. I almost laughed, but the stern look made me stop. Compass and cell phones do not work properly, for there are many iron deposits here. They would not leave me until I agreed to rope some trees, guiding me back to the path. After they left, I began to comfortably settle in. I had bought some food and a tent to protect me from the elements and bears. Hearing only the silent forest, I drifted into a heavy sleep. My sleep was anything but peaceful. I had several images of suicide in my dreams. I heard the voice of my deceased wife calling me from the forest. That is when I woke and realized it was not a dream. I opened my tent to complete darkness, but still heard echoes of voices in the forest. The feeling of peace I felt earlier was replaced with a heavy depression. I could feel sadness weighing on my heart. The darkness reminded me how alone I really was out here. I shined my light into the dark woods and saw nothing. No reflection from the eyes of animals. Wind did not move my hair, and the place smelled of decayed wood. I stepped out of my tent and caught a glimpse of white. The image darted in my peripheral vision, yet I could only catch movements. Then the whispers started again. Whispers beckoning me to end my loneliness. They promised me peace from my sorrow. The voice of my wife was there too. She begged me to join her in death for all eternity. I shouted no to the top of my lungs. My voice shattered the darkness. I dropped to my knees and cried as I missed her sweet touch. Samantha had the prettiest and sweetest smelling perfume with the nicest laugh I ever heard. We had 2 beautiful years together until a car crash stole her away. I cried for my lost love, who I only wanted to spend eternity with. That was when I felt the rope in my hand, although I never realized I had picked it up. I could join her, be with my love forever. Let her hugs take this sadness and doubt away from me. I looked for a tree limb and found one I could use. The tree was easily climbable, high enough to jump from. And then I smelled it, her sweet perfume. I felt her touch on my shaking hand. She whispered to me, and I saw her. The same beauty I fell for years ago. My hand grew cold as she touched it, her other hand on the rope. I could hear her in my head now, telling me not to do it. Remember her, but live. Move on and be happy. Do not die here. Before I could respond, she told me these spirits have no rest. They are cursed and want to damn me too. Her cold hand touched my cheek as she looked into my eyes. When you wake, leave this cursed place. Do not come back for me, for I am only here to stop you. Go. Be at peace, my love. Relaxed now, I closed my eyes and slept. No nightmares, no images of death did I dream. When the morning came, I packed my bags. As I began to leave, I saw something shining in the leaves. It was Samantha's wedding ring. She had come for me last night when I was weak and needed her the most. She was there. This concludes my end of the tale. A reminder that death is not the way. The afterlife will come. There's no need to rush it. Many do not make it out of that cursed forest. Many are doomed to end their lives there and be trapped among the souls, beckoning others to join them. I hope you enjoyed my fictional tale and the scenery too. Come join us in the Shadowlands by subscribing. Join me as I continue our tour of Japanese ghosts and legends next week. So until we meet again, Beware of the Shadowland.